Chapter 9, Mishnah 4. As we learned above in Chapter 4, Mishnah 4, there is a requirement that the Parah be constantly guarded from Tumah throughout its preparation. This guarding must be for the purpose of keeping the Parah fit for use. If he does not guard them for this purpose, it is unfit. This disqualification is known as Hesech Hadas, diverting attention. A similar requirement applies to Mei Chatas, the water that has been sanctified with the ashes of the Parah. Therefore, if a person drinks from Mei Chatas, they become unfit for use, even if none of his saliva drips into it, because if he drinks them, he is not guarding them for the purpose of keeping them fit for Mei Chatas. Our Mishnah discusses whether a person who decides to drink the water makes it unfit even before he actually drinks from it. If a person just decides to drink Mei Chatas, Rabbi Eliezer says he makes them unfit, because if he has decided to drink from them, he is not guarding them for purposes of Mei Chatas. But Rabbi Yeshua says they become unfit only when he actually tilts the container holding them to take a drink. Another Tana explains that the dispute between Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yeshua refers only to a specific case. Rabbi Yossi said, "When are these things said? In what case do Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yeshua have their dispute?" Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yeshua have their dispute only in the case of waters that are not yet sanctified with the ashes of the Parah. Since the waters have only been drawn from a spring, but the ashes of the Parah have not yet been added to them, they are not so valuable. Therefore, there is less reason for the person to change his mind about drinking from them. In that case, Rabbi Eliezer holds that the person's decision to drink from them is firm, whereas Rabbi Yeshua holds that it is not firm unless he actually tilts the container to drink from them. But in the case of waters that are already sanctified with the ashes of the Parah, i.e. they are actual Mei Chatas, the waters are very valuable, and the person is more likely to change his mind about drinking from them. In that case, Rabbi Eliezer says they become unfit only when he actually tilts the jar of Mei Chatas to take a drink. Only at that point will he not change his mind. But Rabbi Yeshua says the Mei Chatas become unfit only when he actually drinks from them. And because Mei Chatas are so valuable, Rabbi Yeshua holds that even when he actually drinks from them, he diverts his attention only from the part that he actually drinks, not from the rest of the Mei Chatas in the jar. The reason the rest of the Mei Chatas in the jar become unfit when he actually drinks is that his saliva mixes with it. But if he holds the jar above his mouth and pours the Mei Chatas directly into his throat, without actually drinking from the jar, the rest of the Mei Chatas in the jar remains fit, even according to Rabbi Yeshua, since in this case none of his saliva mixes with it.